Good morning, dear students. We're coming to this chapter, that is chapter number 6, application of derivatives. See, dear students, y is a function of x, no? Means f is a function in x, okay? And where we find out its derivative, that is dy, that is first order derivative, dy by dx. What does this dy by dx actually represents? It represents what? The rate of change of y, actually. The rate of change of y with respect to x. So the rate of change of y with respect to x is called dy by dx. No? dy by dx. So this concept can be used in all the you can say parts of our, that is engineering, science, social science, and many other fields. In many fields this concept can be used. Like in science, suppose you are writing ds by dt, where this s is the distance and t is the time taken by a moving object, distance traveled by the moving object, and t is the time taken by the moving object. Then this ds by dt represents what? The speed of the object, speed of the moving object, means the rate of change of distance with respect to time. This is the rate of change of distance with respect to time, So this rate of change of distance with respect to time is what? It is a derivative only, first order derivative. So that means by using first order derivative, we can find out the rate of change of distance. The rate of change of distance we can find out. So dear students, its application is very wide. Application of derivatives. Derivatives can be used in many fields. So the fields that where these derivatives can be, the concept of derivatives can be used, I have listed here, just you see. So dear students, these are the some situations in which we can apply the concept of derivatives to determine the rate of change of quantities. Means with respect to a quantity, how this another quantity is changing. That rate of change we can, if the two quantities are connected with each other by some rule, say y equal to f of x. There is a rule like this, suppose y equal to say x cube plus 3x square. So this is the rule. Now how this y is changing with respect to x, that will be found by finding dy by dx. That will be giving us 3x square plus 6. So that means the rate of change of y with respect to x is taking place this way. At an instant when dy by, means just now I gave an example that y equal to, if it is x cube plus 3x square, that is y is changing with respect to x. When x will change, y also will change. So that is written as dy by dx. This is called, you can say it is a measure of rate changer, no? At what rate this y is changing, that is actually 3x square plus 6 at this rate. So when at a particular instant we find out dy by dx, say at x equal to, suppose say alpha. So at x equal to alpha, this is a particular instant. At that time, what is the rate of change? It will be 3 into alpha square plus 6. So this is rate of change at a particular instant. Okay, that for that also we are using what? Derivatives. So this is application of derivative. Another situation, so to determine rate of change of quantities, we can use derivatives. Another situation is that we can use derivative to find the equations of tangents. Just you see, dear students, I have drawn the graph of a function. Suppose this is graph of y equal to f of x. So now at this point, suppose at the point CFC, I need the slope of this tangent at the point CFC. So that can also be found out by finding dy by dx. So to find the equations of dy by dx, to find the equations of tangents, we can use derivative. At a particular point when we need the tangent, the equation of the tangent, we can use derivative there also, because dy by dx at a particular point is what? It is a rate of change of the first quantity with respect to the second quantity. So that rate of change can represent what? The equation of the tangent. This will be equation of the tangent. This can represent equation of the tangent. Okay. This can represent equation of the tangent. This can represent a particular instance, no, equation of the tangent at a particular point, no. So dy by dx can give us the equation of tangent. Also, equation of normal to a curve at a point. Suppose at this point, what is the equation of the normal to this curve? For that also we can use these derivatives. Here, if we want the normal's equation here, at this point what is the equation of this normal, that also can be found out by using derivatives. Normal's equation. This is a normal at this point, okay, to this tangent it is a normal. So what is the equation of this normal? That can be found out by using, in our due course of time you will learn this point also, how to find out equation of tangent and normals. Next point is to find the turning point on the graph of a function, which in turn will help us to locate points at which largest and smallest value of a function occurs. Just you think about this graph. Here is the lowest point of the graph, lowest point of the graph. So at this point, you see it was a decreasing trend was shown by the function. The function's value was decreasing slowly, and at an instant again, after that point again it starts increasing. So this point can be said as a turning point. To find this turning point at which the function's value is the lowest, we can use derivative. Okay. Also we can use derivative to find the point at which the function's value is the highest, means largest. Just you look at this graph. This is the point at which the function's value is highest. Okay. At this point the function's value is highest. This is the value of the function. At all other points the value of the function is smaller than this, lower than this. So we can find out using derivative, we can also find out this point at which the function's value is largest. Have you understood, dear students? So these are some situations in which we can use the concept of derivatives, dear students. So these are the situations. Now we'll go to how to apply derivatives to find the equation of rate of change of quantities, or equation of tangents, or equation of normals. All this we'll learn in due course of time, but now we are trying to find out the rate of change of quantities. Suppose y and x are two quantities. Y and x vary with respect to each other, and y changes with respect to x. Means y is dependent variable and x is independent variable. So y equal to f of x. When y is dependent on x, then if we have to know the rate of change of y with respect to x, then directly we find out dy by dx is equal to, and that dy by dx, which will be called as f dash x, is the rate of change of y with respect to x. And if dy by dx is calculated at a particular instant at x equal to alpha, then that is f dash alpha I am talking, that f dash alpha is the rate of change of the quantity y with respect to x at a particular instant at x equal to alpha. So this is rate of change of y with respect to x. It may not be like this. This is situation 1. Another situation can also be like this. Suppose y is dependent on a variable t. So y is suppose a function of t. Again, x also is also function of t. If y and x both are functions of t, then dy by dx, that means the rate of change of y with respect to x, can be calculated by using chain rule. That is dy by dt divided by dx by dt. It is called chain rule. All of you know, dy by dt into dt by dx. This way you can find out the rate of change of y with respect to x by using chain rule. So we are going to use this. Here provided this dt by dx or dx by dt is not equal to 0. Condition is here, dx by dt must not be equal to 0. Must not be equal to 0. With this condition, this dy by dx can be found out. Okay, dear students. So let us go to solve some problems. So before starting the exercise, some basic things that all of us we should know, that area formula of a circle. Area of a circle is given by, area of a circle is equal to pi r square, where r is the radius, you know. Then volume of a cuboid. Volume of a cuboid is x cube, or you can say where x is the side of the cube. Side. Then volume of a sphere. All this basic formula. Volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube, where r is the radius of the sphere. Area of a circle, volume of a cuboid, volume of a sphere. All this basic formula what you have got in earlier classes, you need to recall them. Okay, and then as situation will arise, then we will also recall some of the formula. Mostly use formulae are these. Okay, and the volume of a cylinder, that is pi r square h, also that you can include here. Volume of cone, what you got in class 10, no? Volume of cylinder is equal to pi r square h. Then volume of cone is equal to 1/3 pi r square h. All this formula will be used. Okay, yes students, let's go to exercise now. Exercise 6.1, question number 1. Find the rate of change of the area of a circle with respect to its radius r, when this r equal to 3 cm, means radius is equal to 3 cm, or r equal to 4 cm. We will solve this first question, then the second one you will solve by yourself. So rate of change of area. First of all, you have to find rate of change of area. Then for a particular instant, you are asked to find the rate of change of area. Particular instant means radius is given to you. So when the radius will be 3 cm, what will be the rate of change of area? Area of a circle is given by formula. Area of a circle is equal to pi r square. Suppose A stands for area. Area, suppose pi r square, that is A is equal to area. So now the rate of change of area will be ddx of ddr of, with respect to radius. So we will have to write ddr of the area A is equal to ddr of pi r square. Okay, so now you see here, that is dA by dr is equal to ddr of pi r square, that is 2 pi r. What the idea? So now here at a particular instant, when radius will be 3 cm, we are solving question number 1, Roman number 1. So when radius will be 3 cm, then the rate of change of area with respect to radius will be written like this. r equal to 3 centimeter. That means now here you are going to put 3 centimeter. So it will be 2 pi into 3. That is equal to, it is in centimeter. That will be equal to 2 3 is 6 pi. 6 pi centimeter per centimeter. Per centimeter, because it is rate with respect to radius length, means as this is the circle's radius r is 3 centimeter. So when it will be 3 centimeter, its rate of increase of rate of change of area is 6 pi centimeter for every centimeter. When 1 centimeter it is increased, then it will increase 6 pi centimeter. When 2, that means when it will increase 2 centimeter, then it will become 12 pi centimeter. So for every centimeter it will increase 6 pi centimeter. That is the meaning of this dA by dr at r equal to 3 centimeter. So this is our answer. We have to write the because we are calculating with respect to r, means with respect to radius, the rate of change of area. Question number 2 is the volume of a, this question number B will be solved by you. Question number 2, the volume of a cube is increasing. Volume of a cube is x cube at the rate of 8 centimeter cube per second. So this time you see it is given per second. Second means time, no time unit. That means the volume is changing with respect to time this time. So how fast is the surface area increasing when the length of an edge is 12 centimeter? So how fast is the surface area increasing? Surface area is what? 6r square. So 6 x square, no, surface area. How fast that area will increase? Surface area will increase when the length of the edge is 12 centimeter. We have to find out the rate of change of surface area. First it is given the rate of change of volume is given here. So using that again we can find out a rate of change of area also, just you see. So in question number 2, the volume of a cube is increasing at the rate of 8 centimeter cube per second. So volume of a cube. So the volume of a cube is x cube when x is edge of the cube. So now you see ddt of v means rate of change of volume with respect to time is equal to actually ddt of x cube, because volume is x cube. So it will give us what? 3x square. Again you need to differentiate x with respect to t, because you are differentiating volume with respect to t, time, but this is with respect to x only. So again dx by dt also you have to write here. So dv by dt is equal to 3x square into dx by dt. This is derivative of the volume with respect to time. According to the question, question says that this dv by dt, the rate of change of volume with respect to time is what? 8 centimeter cube per second. Centimeter cube per second. So that means dv by dt we got here. What was that? 3x square into dx by dt. Let us put here 3x square into dx by dt, okay, is equal to 8. No need of writing centimeter cube per second, you will understand it. So from here what you got? Dx by dt is equal to 8 by 3x square. That means rate of change of side or edge of the cube with respect to time is 8 by 3x square centimeter per second. You can remember this as centimeter, 8 by 3x square centimeter per second. So this is 2. We may need this. Now let us write, let us go to the question once again. What is said here? How fast is the surface area increasing? Surface area of a cube is what? 6 times side square. 6 into x square, that means. Again a for surface area, suppose. Surface area of the cube is 6x square. 6 times x square. So now rate of change of surface area with respect to time. We need to find out rate of change of surface area with respect to time. That will be equal to ddx of ddt of 6x square. We are finding its derivative. So then it will be what? 2 into 6, 12. 12x. Again ddt of x, that means dx by dt. dx by dt. So this dA by dt is equal to 12x into dx by dt. Already we have extracted this dx by dt here. Use it here now. So that dx by dt comes here. So it will be 12x into dx by dt. That dx by dt from here, from equation 2, that is 8 by 3x square. 8 by 3x square using equation 2. Using 2. What we are getting? Here by 3, if we cancel this one, it will be 4. One of the x cancel from here with this. We have now 8 4s are 32 by 3x. That is dA by dt. Rate of change of surface area with respect to time. But at a particular instant, what is the particular instant here? What is the rate of change of area, rate of change of surface area with respect to time when the edge is 12 centimeter? At a particular instant, it is asked what is the rate of change of surface area. That is, here we have to put side x equal to 12 centimeter in the rate of change of area. This we will write like this: dA by dt at x equal to 12 centimeter. Okay, that time the rate of change of area, surface area, is equal to 32 by 3 into 12. By 4 you can cancel. Oh, sorry, this 3 is no more there because this 3 is cancelled only x. So this 3 was not there. Sorry, students. So here it will be 12 only, no? Because 32 by x. So by 4 you can cancel here. 4 3s are 12. 4 8s are 32. It will be 8 by 3. 8 by 3, what it is? Rate of change of area. So 8 by 3, rate of change of area is centimeter square per second with respect to time. So our answer will be 8 by 3 centimeter square per second. This is the rate of change of area. Let's go to question number 3, students. The radius of a circle is increasing uniformly at the rate of 3 centimeter per second. Find the rate at which the area of the circle is increasing when the radius is 10 centimeter. Area of a circle is A, that is pi r square. Area of a circle. Then also here it is given the radius of a circle is increasing uniformly at the rate of 3 centimeter per second. That means dr, rate of change of radius with respect to time. How to write? dr is the rate of change of dr is the change in radius divided by change in time. Rate of change of radius with respect to time is given as 3 centimeter per second. Rate of change of radius with respect to time is 3 centimeter per second. We are asked the rate of change of area. Rate of change of area, or how it is increasing when the radius is 10 centimeter. Rate of change rate at which the area is increasing. So now dA by dt will be equal to ddt of pi r square. No? So it will be what? 2 pi r into, since with respect to t we are looking for its rate of change, so then it will be dr by dt also here. So this will give us dA by dt. First you write the formula for area. First thing is, that is, if area is said, area formula, then if what is whose rate is given, that one you write. Next, which rate is asked, that one you write. Means rate of area, rate of change of area. That's why we are writing here. That is ddt of pi r square. It is 2 pi r into dr by dt. Next point is dr by dt. Since you have, bring it here, 2 pi r into dr by dt is 3 centimeter per second. So it will be 6 pi r centimeter square per second. Okay, because this is rate of change of area. This is centimeter, r also will be in centimeter because radius will be in centimeter only. Okay, and this is also in centimeter, so centimeter into centimeter, that will be centimeter square. So this is dA by dt. But now we will find out rate of change of area at a particular instant. What is the particular instant? Radius is 10 centimeter. When the radius is 10 centimeter, dA by dt, then you write here radius r is equal to 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter. So that will be equal to, since it was 6 pi r, there you have to put 10 centimeter. Then it will be 6 pi into 10 centimeter square per second. That will give us 60 pi centimeter square per second. This is dA by dt. dA by dt, rate of change of area with respect to time. Okay, dear students, look at question number 4. Dear students, an age of a variable cube is increasing at the rate of 3 cm per second. How fast is the volume of the cube increasing when the age is 10 cm long? Volume of a cube you know. So let us write like this. Question number 4. Solution. Say x be the age of the cube. Suppose age of the cube. Let x be the age of the cube. Then dx by dt is given to you, because rate of change of age with respect to time is given as 3 centimeter per second. So this is given to you. Given, you can say given. And volume of cube is equal to x cube. So say this is V, suppose V is equal to volume of cube. So dV by dt, volume of the cube with respect to rate of change of volume with respect to time, that is 3x square into dx by dt. Since another variable also is involved there now. So now volume is dependent on x and x is dependent on t. It is a connection like this. Volume is dependent on side and that side is dependent on time. So there are 3 variables: volume, side, time. So that's why we need to write this. First, rate of change of this variable with respect to time variable, that is this one. Okay, remember this. That is already given in the question. Next, rate of change of volume with respect to side. Okay, that we are finding now. So dV by dt is equal to, now here it will be like this, 3x square into dx by dt. What is its value? Dx by dt is 3 cm per second. So you can put here 3 cm, and this is also centimeter, it will be centimeter cube, because centimeter square here it will be, x square will be per second. So it will give us 9x square centimeter cube per second, dV by dt. But at a particular instant, dV by dt, rate of change of volume with respect to time, will be when the age x will be equal to, what is given here, 10 centimeter. Side is 10 centimeter. So 9 into 10 square centimeter cube per second, that will be equal to 900 centimeter cube per second. This is our answer. Got the idea, students?